It's the home of the Suns here in Phoenix, Arizona, as 2K Sports brings you today's live action from the U.S. Airways Center. 2K Sports brings you Friday night NBA. Sports is checked in for P.J. Tucker. Last game for the Bulls, they picked up the W against the Los Angeles Lakers.
And one way to nullify a home court advantage, like they did that night, Kevin, light it up from the three-point line. Nothing is more demoralizing to a home crowd.
Steve, you're exactly right. I mean, that was the great equalizer. Their perimeter play definitely took them over the top.
Taking a look at the Bulls, McDermott and Gasol. It's Noah in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Fresh is checked in for Alex Len. They set the pick. Out to the wing. Bledsoe outside. Pass to Ferguson. Shot clock at 6. And a pick comes off the rim, but it sinks right in. Fresh has got his first basket.
Not a bad showing for him in his first NBA action last game. It's definitely a factor in the win.
And, you know, for as well as he played, he still looked to me as though he was receptive to coaching. I saw him getting tips from a teammate after the game. That's always a good sign. Kirk Hinrich in his 12th season out of Kansas. Remember covering this guy in college. Still a quality defensive combo guard. At 6'4", tremendous IQ and anticipation really helps him at the defensive end. And he's, I think, a little underrated offensively, too.
Here's Dragic from outside, rebounded by McDermott. McDermott's got his third rebound on the night. Gasol is screen on Dragic. Hinrich with it, now guarded by Dragic.
Really high-quality shot there, just a little off with his release.
That miss right there will definitely leave him shaking his head.
And the basket good.
Everything going according to the script for them offensively so far.
Yeah, the shots have been falling, that's for sure. The offense really in a good groove.
Noah with a screen for Hinrich. Outside Gasol. Outside Butler. Hinrich kicks to McDermott. And a great assist by Hinrich as that one goes in. 12 points for Doug McDermott.
That's his 4th straight make right out the chute. He's setting a pretty high standard for himself here.
Yeah, it's the kind of start you want every game, but of course you rarely get it.
It's Dragic with the drive. Here's Ferguson. That's good.
Larry Ferguson.
Bulls trail by 6. And now Doris Burke has an update from the sidelines.
Well, Tom Thibodeau gave me a few minutes to catch up with him. This is their first matchup of the season against this squad, and he knows the shot blocking in the middle will certainly be an obstacle. But he said, quote, "We've got to remain aggressive and continue to attack." Guys, he said that putting their bigs in high pick and rolls and shooting the open jumper with confidence will be key. We'll see how they do.
Thanks for the report, Doris. Guys, what do you do to spread this defense out?
Well, I think you've got to come at them with a variety of offensive looks. Try to keep them guessing, keep their rotations a little bit off rhythm.
As usual, Steve, you're all over it. You've got to keep switching things up on them so they can't get settled into a defensive rhythm or groove. So give them something they don't expect.
McDermott with it, now guarded by Dragic. Noah the screen, over in the corner, Gasol. Outside Butler, kept alive, Noah. It's another look, and the layup is good. Noah's got his second bucket of the game to go.
That was a good rebound right there, but they haven't been very strong on the glass so far.
Well, they've got to meet the energy that they're facing right now. So important to battle on the Bulls.
And he gets the bucket.
That's kind of his strong suit, the ability to find his way through the defense and finish at the rim.
Bulls trail by 4. Hinrich kicks it to Noah. Noah with a screen on Bledsoe. Butler dishes to Hinrich. Here's Gasol. Back to Hinrich. The shot by Butler, nobody around. Clock at 2 from deep three-point range, and the shot clock expires. 24-second violation. Let's now take a look at some league leaders with the rundown of the best passing big men in the NBA over the past month. Number 1 is Joakim Noah. 4th, Pau Gasol. Some changes for Phoenix. Warren's checked in for Markieff Morris. Green comes in for Eric Bledsoe. And it's Isaiah Thomas in for Goran Dragic. So Chicago going with an almost entirely new group here. Mirotic is checked in for Noah. Dunleavy comes in for Pau Gasol. Sonny Snell's checked in for Butler. And it's Brooks in for Kirk Heinrich. For the Phoenix Suns, they're coming off a good outing against Washington.
You know, so often in the NBA we talk about how you have to earn your points the hard way, but it didn't seem like that was the case. Everything came pretty easily.
Too many of their points came the easy way, Steve. You're right. On dunks and layups against a defense that didn't really put up much resistance.
Dunleavy's shot is off. Suns leading by 7. Thomas kicks to Warren. Rebounded by McDermott. McDermott's got 4 rebounds in this game. They really want to find that igniter here.
Yeah, that's right. Kevin, the offense has basically been running in place.
They got to get going. Brooks, the pass to Dunleavy. Bulls moving the ball around. He muscles it in through the contact, and they call the foul. And he's on his way to the free throw line.
They are really doing a nice job establishing a presence inside early.
And that's going to open things up for them on the perimeter going forward, Clark.
4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Thomas passes to Ferguson. Over in the corner, Warren. Outside Thomas. Passes it to Ferguson. The Suns need to get a shot off. Takes the 3. That's good for Thomas on the assist by Warren. Thomas got his first 3 points of the game. Puts up a prayer. Can't get it to go. And we reached the end of the first.
On tap.
And we welcome you back to more Suns here with a different look. Fresh is checked in for Len. Morris comes in for Warren. Eric Bledsoe's checked in for Green, and it's Dragic in for Thomas. The Bulls also changing it up. Joakim Noah's checked in for McDermott. Jimmy Butler comes in for Dunleavy, and it's Heinrich in for Tony Snell. Ferguson in at center. P.J. Tucker is out there with Markieff Morris. Then there's Dragic, and it's Bledsoe in at the shooting guard position. That's who's out there for Phoenix. Brooks with it. Now guarded by Dragic. Brooks kicks to Mirotic. Into Noah. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Noah's got 6 points.
The number of points they've scored in the paint already today is pretty eye-opening, Steve.
Oh, it's off the charts. It really is. And defensively, I mean, they have to start shutting down some of those lanes to the hoop.
And the wide-open shot from Bledsoe. Got it from 16 feet. 10 points for him.
Yeah, guys, it's his consistent shooting that's really helped get his team into a position they're in right now.
Into Noah. And that one is hammered home. Stupendous rush to the rim and a mighty slam on the end of it.
But through the teeth of some pretty soft D, I can't help but say that.
Well, let's see how that impacts things here, because those kinds of plays sometimes can be game changers on both sides.
Ferguson, the pass to Dragic. Count the bucket coming off a perfectly placed assist. Dragic has got his second basket of the game. Dragic against Brooks. Mirotic sets the screen for Brooks. Heinrich outside. They swipe it. Ahead, here's Bledsoe. Great pass to set up the lay-in. And now an 8-point Suns lead.
What a job he's doing here. I mean, his second quarter has been even better than his first, and that was pretty good.
The Phoenix Suns franchise with the 4th best winning percentage in NBA history. Maybe we shouldn't have been surprised with their resurgent play last season. This is a franchise that throughout its history has found ways to win.
And that one's good. Brooks.
As opposed to the first quarter, they're doing a much better job from behind the arc here in the second. They're starting to heat up a little bit, percolate from behind that three-point line, and as a result, they're chipping away at that lead.
And Bledsoe has it in the corner. The pass to Tucker. Shot clock at 6. Here's Dragic. Can't get it to go. And Chicago will go the other way with the ball. Well, when you look at the Suns 2 seasons ago, their worst winning percentage since the team's inaugural season back in 1968.
And at that time, their third straight season missing the playoffs. That hadn't happened since the 80s, but boy, did they bounce back in a big way.
Yeah, they were tough last year, you're right.
And he's shaking off a poor first quarter shooting effort. He's really starting to turn it on now, guys.
Pass to Ferguson. And Tucker has it in the corner. Three-pointer. Dragic with another miss.
He's tried to get it going, but the shots just have not dropped for him today.
Clark, this offense has really been clicking.
No doubt about it, giving the defense all kinds of trouble.
And they're playing with so much energy offensively. The ball is really moving. Terrific defense at the rim. They got right in his path.
You know, that's part of what great defenders do. They get not only in your path, but in your head a little bit, too.
Morris with the bucket.
Well, I like the way they're sharing the ball, and Bledsoe right in the middle, spreading it around.
1:46 left in the first half. Brooks kicks it to Noah. Butler in the corner. Good ball movement here by the Bulls. There's the bucket. Good. And that's 11 points for Nikola Mirotic.
Beautiful dish down low.
Phoenix leading by 4. Bledsoe passes to Ferguson. And a great assist by Bledsoe as that one goes in. Bledsoe's got 5 assists in the game. Brooks against Dragic. Brooks dishes to Mirotic. Oh, and there's the one-handed jam.
Right back to the basics there, using the one-hand slam for that one.
Doesn't he make the basics look pretty exceptional?
Yeah, he does. They look sweet when he does them.
Well, he should stay with those basics in a tight ball game because we've got one here tonight.
Dragic kicks it to Tucker. Misses the 3. Bulls trail by 4.
I'd like to see them go 2 for 1 here.
I would, too. They need to make this a quick possession and a fruitful one, too.
And Brooks, here we go. And it's blocked by Ferguson. Brooks against Dragic. Kicks to Tucker. Pass to Morris. Dragic against Brooks. No good from Ferguson.
That's really too easy a chance to miss, guys. He needs to be more aggressive and focused on his finishes.
Mirotic sets the screen for Brooks. Lets it go with a 3. And he gets it to go. Brooks has got 6 in the quarter. Here's Dragic. From midcourt. Close game as we wrap up the second quarter.
Kevin, I'm here with Coach Tom.
All right, guys. I want to go over some things before we get back out there.
And now the start of the second half. Neither side. So the Suns win it.
Well, Goran, congratulations.
The Warriors have a Western Conference contest on their hands as they prepare to defend home court here at the Oracle Arena in Oakland, California. And just
It's go time. Check in.
I'm on it.
for Lee. Looking at the last game for the Golden State Warriors, it was a loss to the Jazz in Utah.
And they were really out-rebounded in that game, put them at a huge disadvantage.
Well, you get clobbered on the glass, it's always going to put you at a disadvantage, Steve. I mean, establishing positions inside and then going after the ball. You can't just box out and have position. Go get the orange.
And Phoenix looking who they've got on the floor. Markieff Morris is out there with Alex Len. Then there's Bledsoe. Then there's Dragic. And it's Tucker in at the small forward position.
And the Suns training staff renowned around the league for their ability to keep players healthy. They're at the forefront, biomechanics and all that new school stuff. The results have been terrific. It's called preventative maintenance.
Just 5 on the clock. Golden State needs to get off a shot. Iguodala gets the bucket.
There's a chance he could have a big game if they don't D him up more tightly on the perimeter.
To the inside. Here's Tucker. Thompson with the rebound.
He was right there, but the defensive pressure forced that miss.
Well contested. That really made it a tough shot.
Pass to Iguodala. The 10-footer. Shot's good. Iguodala's got it all tied up now for the Warriors.
You have to love the fact that they created an excellent shot.
Now here's Dragic. We saw him with 10 points last game. Pass to Ferguson. Thompson against Bledsoe. Jacks up a 3. And Dragic gets it to go on the assist from Eric Bledsoe.
I like the offensive awareness to exploit that lack of coverage on that play.
Curry with it. Now guarded by Dragic. Curry kicks to Thompson. Misses the 3.
You know, he's been off his game this quarter just a bit. Hasn't been able to get a whole lot to go so far.
And up the court come the Warriors on the break. Here's Spates, and it's blocked by Ferguson. It's Dragic with the drive, on the mark with the 15-footer. And it's a 5-point Suns lead.
You're going to be waiting a long time if you're waiting for him to miss that when he's that open.
And Thompson kicks to Iguodala. In low to Spates. And he takes the fantastic lead pass up strong for the slam.
Oh, Maestro, he is so good at making those lead passes, like conducting an orchestra.
Dragic the pass to Ferguson. The dish to Bledsoe. Suns moving the ball around. Passes it to Tucker. And Bledsoe, here we go. Phoenix needs to get off a shot. Lets it go from 11. And again, it's Goran Dragic. Dragic has got his 3rd basket of the night right there. Warriors trail by 5. Let's go quickly over to Doris Burke for an update.
Hey, Kevin, thanks. Golden State's head coach and I were able to chat. We talked about how they can best press their advantages in this game, and he told me that he expects their shot blocking to play an important role. He said, listen, obviously we want to keep them on the perimeter as much as possible, but with our length and timing, we can also bottle them up inside. And Kevin, he's hoping that'll help them secure their 2nd win in this season series.
Thanks, Doris. And as Doris provided the details, guys, the way they plan to attack defensively will be key early on, won't it?
Yeah. Kevin, if they can string together some stops right away, I think it'll really set the tone.
Which is just what they're going to be after, guys. They'd love to turn this into a defensive battle.
And the Warriors making a change here. Rush is checked in, and the Suns here with a different look. Anthony Tolliver. He's checked in for Markieff Morris. Morris comes in for P.J. Tucker. Green, he's checked in for Eric Bledsoe. And Thomas subbed in for Goran Dragic. Here's Ferguson. They get it back. Tolliver for 3. The shot misses. And Golden State will go the other way with it.
They've been getting out-muscled on the boards before coming up with that one.
Not playing tough enough. The physicality just hasn't been there yet.
Well, he had that height separation there on the mid-range jump shot. Really good job of taking advantage of that.
Now Thomas, who's coming off a 13-point game against Chicago. From deep. Rush grabs the miss.
I don't mind that shot, though. He's an excellent three-point shooter. He's just showing a lot of confidence there.
I'm right with you there, Steve. I mean, let it flow when you're feeling it.
Curry dishes to Spates. Good, and Curry gets the assist. Curry's got his 5th assist in this one.
And his shots are dropping right now. This quarter has been very kind to him. Well, as you know, there are polls for just about everything in sports. Last year, Steph Curry was actually voted as the most trustworthy player in the league.
Tolliver the pass to Ferguson. Out to the right wing. Morris kicks to Thomas. And it's good with time running down on the shot clock. Thomas got his first points of the night. You talked about trust in Steph Curry. It seemed he was able to trust his ankles a bit more last year.
Yeah, that had been a big concern with even ankle sprains. Part of the reason the Warriors were able to sign him to such a bargain extension, but when healthy, clearly an all-star and all-league player.
Thomas passes to Ferguson. Over in the corner, Green. No good from outside.
He certainly didn't take advantage of the poor defense, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
No, that's for sure, because this guy's too good of a shooter to miss that look consistently. Yeah, the referee's all over that one.
No doubt about it. Clearly a foul. Nothing to argue about there.
The Warriors shooting their 2nd and 3rd free throws tonight.
Well, to this point of the season, guys, they're knocking down about 76% of their free throws.
Yeah, it's been a very frustrating season for them in that regard, guys.
Andrew Bogut, he's checked in for Golden State.
Boy, great job of attacking on the break.
Yeah, it sure was. He made a beeline for the bucket as soon as they got the ball. Right away, straight to the rim.
And Rush kicks to Barnes. Dishes it to Bogut. He feeds it to Barnes. No good from Bogut. It's tipped. There's Thomas with the proof. What a play! Simply drains it in at the buzzer. Neither team able to build much of a lead. Here for the Warriors. Spates checked in for Bogut. Barnes comes in for David Lee. Andre Iguodala is checked in for Brandon Rush. And it's Thompson in for Steph Curry. And the Suns here with a different look. Fresh is checked in for Alex Len. P.J. Tucker comes in for Anthony Tolliver. Eric Bledsoe's checked in for Green. And it's Dragic in for Thomas. Pulling out the wings, it's Iguodala and Barnes. Maurice Spates out there with Draymond Green. And it's Thompson into the 1 stop. That's the Warriors 5. Here's Thompson. He had a 24-point outing in their last game against Utah. Now the feed to Iguodala. Over in the corner, Green. Offensive rebound. Second chance shot. Some solid defense from Ferguson. Suns leading by 13. Dragic the pass to Ferguson. Guys, we see teams taking a more data-driven approach. Analytics now, a big part of things. You see that in the front office. And Steve, that brings in some new faces.
Yeah, in fact, in the last 2 years, over a third of the NBA teams have hired new decision makers. So only a couple played in the league, the majority being, more of the analytical types. So there's definitely been a sea change in terms of NBA leadership.
Curry's checked in for Klay Thompson. Iguodala outside. Here's Spates. He's got 6. 6 on the shot clock. And that one's good. Spates has got 8.
Great looking bounce pass to set up that play.
And it's the Suns with the ball. This game coming on the heels of their win against Chicago.
And that game, guys, was really a perfect example of how important your bench can be. I thought the reserve production was really the key.
Exactly. That was where a lot of their scoring came from. It was a big game for the backups.
Out to the right wing. Barnes kicks to Curry. Launches it. Morris with the rebound. Morris has got his 3rd rebound on the night.
He just hasn't looked right to me. A bit out of sorts, if you will. Something's off with his mechanics, at least as I look at it.
And Bledsoe, here we go. Ferguson, guarded by Spates. Here's Tucker. Another three for Phoenix.
Boy, I tell you what, he loves getting looks like that from the three-point line. No one near him. That's a warm-up jumper for him.
Outside Curry. Green with a screen for Curry. Spates sets a screen. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot two. Well, you've seen some terrific offensive basketball over the last month. A lot of it thanks to the assist numbers put up by these point guards during that time. Steph Curry fourth.
And obviously assists are the name of the game at the point guard position. That's not lost on these guys. It's all about team basketball with them.
You know, Steve, the court vision all of these players possess is outstanding. That, to me, is the most important attribute an effective point guard can have, and they all have it in spades.
Dragic dishes to Tucker, and that's out of bounds. Phoenix will retain possession.
Kevin, and looking back over the last month, let's check out how Phoenix stacked up. Second in scoring, fifth in free throw percentage. And they are in the top 10 in field goal percentage. This is a team that shows excellent discipline at the offensive end.
And I think what's most impressive when you talk about those points per game is the fact that they're spreading it around. This is a very unselfish team. They work to get good shots every time down the floor, and they become a very efficient offensive team.
Andrew Bogut, he's checked in for Maurice Spates. And the wide open shot from Green. Misses the three.
Such a solid performance for them inside. Their rebounding has been terrific.
Yeah, that's just one of the few things that have gone their way today.
And now in transition, it's Barnes. Here we go.
There's that transition offense. Push the ball up the floor. The defense can't get set up. And you can get some easy hoops that way.
Well, the steal made it possible. It all starts with the defense, and they could use a few more sequences like that one.
Morris passes to Ferguson. He kicks to Dragic. Dragic left side. Comes up empty down low.
Terrific job that time defending at the rim. I mean, it's not an easy task stopping that fella when he's headed to the bucket like that. Good job.
Phoenix leading by 15. The pass to Bledsoe. Outside Dragic. Suns moving the ball around. Tucker the pass to Ferguson. Takes it from 10, and he gets the bucket.
They've really flipped things around offensively.
Well, anytime you can make more than half your shots, Clark, you take that any day of the week.
Curry kicks to Bogut. And a great assist by Curry as that one goes in. Curry's got 10 assists here tonight. So active. The Suns shooting 53% from the floor. They're locked in. Here's Bledsoe, and it's Phoenix scoring again.
Well, it looks like he's finally found his footing in this game. His first quarter was a real struggle, but he's gotten it going now.
Curry against Dragic. Curry kicks to Bogut. That's good.
Boy, they are just destroying them in the paint.
You could say that again, Steve. The defenders just aren't aggressive enough down low.
And it's Dragic off the drive. Here's Ferguson. Nice pass. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup. Fresh has got 5.
They've had the hotter hand in the first half so far, no question.
Yeah, it's because of all the high percentage shots they've been working for and getting.
And here's Green outside. He got it up in time, but it wouldn't fall for him. And so a pretty lopsided.
Yes, Kevin, here with Steph.
Okay, guys, tremendous work in the first half. These fans haven't had a thing to cheer about.
Welcome back, everybody. Third quarter just about to get going. The Warriors making a change here. Green's checked in. Phoenix also making some changes. Anthony Tolliver. He's checked in for P.J. Tucker. Green comes in for Eric Bledsoe. And Thomas subbed in for Goran Dragic. Setting the floor for the Suns. We've got Markieff Morris, Gerald Green out there with Thomas. And there's Anthony Tolliver, and it's Len in at the 5. Drew Bogut, he's checked in for the Warriors. Fresh is checked in for the Suns.
And a moment to check out Klay Thompson here. Over the last month, making major contributions. He's averaging 20 points, 4 rebounds and 3 assists. And he really brings that offensive firepower to this team. Finding ways to score is his specialty.
Yeah, that's his identity, Steve, among other contributions, obviously. But the ability to make plays that put up points, that's a major weapon in his arsenal. Well, Andrew Bogut possesses really great size and above-average athleticism, but I really think it's his basketball IQ that sets him apart. He's got outstanding instincts, especially at the defensive end of the floor.
Thomas dishes to Tolliver. Ferguson covered by Bogut. Curry with the steal. And here we go with Curry running it up the court. A chance here to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Doris Burke. Hi, Doris.
Thank you, Kevin. For Harrison Barnes, it's been a lifelong goal to play in the NBA.
You're better than that.
Not tonight, I'm not.
Go to Iowa State Cyclones games and collect recyclables.
So we see the Warriors get the win here.
Thank you, Kevin.
Well, I'm sailing.
And now introducing your Phoenix Suns.
Seems like we've been here before. Yes, it is Groundhog Day. And we welcome you to this presentation of the NBA on 2K Sports. Alongside Clark Kellogg and Steve Kerr. Lee's checked in for Memphis. The Grizzlies trail by 3.
You know, the Grizzlies are the kind of team that perhaps fans around the league can overlook or undervalue or even forget about at times, but they're always going to be there because they're tough, they're physical, and they're talented.
Taking a look at the Grizzlies. Conley and Lee, they're the backcourt. Tayshaun Prince out there with Tony Allen. And it's Randolph in at the center position. And the shot counts. He's fouled, and it's a chance for a 3-point play. Conley will go to the line here. That's on Goran Dragic. Isaiah Thomas, he's checked in for Goran Dragic. Guys, as you were talking about, Memphis not a big budget franchise or one with a history that runs so deep that often fans overlook them.
That may be true, but it's given the Grizzlies a very underdog attitude that I think the franchise and the team and the fans have embraced.
And the basket by Thomas.
Great move to the hoop, and I love the finger roll finish.
Well, it was the Memphis Grizzlies winning their last game against Oklahoma City.
And you wouldn't have thought things could get any more dramatic after regulation ended the way it did, but wow, the way they won it in overtime, that was even better, Clark.
Yeah, that game came down to the wire twice, Steve. I mean, it was a clutch performance all the way around.
While we have a quick chance here, let's now take a look at some point guards who have been dead on target from the floor over the course of the past 10 games. Number 1, Goran Dragic. Bledsoe. The Grizzlies trail by 7. Conley with it. Now Thomas defending. Conley kicks to Randolph. And that one falls coming off Conley's feet. Conley's got 3 assists tonight.
You know, they've scored several times already here in the first quarter down low. I like that.
Yeah, me too, Clark. I think anytime you have success pounding the ball inside, you got to continue to go to the well.
Tucker, the pass to Ferguson. Can't cash in from close range. The Grizzlies have gotten 5 of 10 shots to drop in this game so far. Right at the 50% mark. Here's Randolph. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup. Now it's just a 3-point Suns lead. Phoenix has gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Thomas passes to Ferguson. He kicks it to Tucker. Goes up on the high post, and that one's good. Tucker's got 5 points so far.
Boy, guys, they've shown some great passing on their last few trips down the floor. Excellent.
Yeah, that's 4 straight trips, guys, where their passes have ended up in scores. 4 straight assists. Great team play.
And it's Bledsoe off the drive. Morris kicks to Thomas. And here is Morris. His last outing, 16 points for him. To the wing right side. Just 5 to shoot. Thomas, it's a wide open look. Shot is off. And Memphis the other way now. Last time they met was in Memphis.
Well, they won last time, and it wasn't even close, largely because they caused so much foul trouble that they were playing against a makeshift lineup for a lot of the game.
Guys, he shot a very good percentage today, and they've needed it.
Bledsoe kicks to Morris. Feeds it to Tucker. Over to the wing. Nice ball movement by Phoenix. Pass to Ferguson. Outside Thomas. And he hits it just before the shot clock expires. Thomas got his 3rd basket of the night right there. The Grizzlies trail by 5. Into Zach Randolph. That's in there. Conley with the assist. Conley's got 6 assists in the game.
These defenders are not putting up much of a fight on those. That's 10 consecutive points allowed in the lane.
And that's not the kind of streak you want to have if you're playing defense.
Catching up on the changes for Phoenix. Anthony Tolliver. He's checked in for Morris. Marcus Morris comes in for P.J. Tucker. And it's Green in for Eric Bledsoe. Here's Hudrick. Right now averaging 5 points a game. Here's Randolph with the putback.
Rebounding is going to be the focal point for them in this one, fellas. I can feel it.
Yeah, it's a physical game, and so far the numbers show that they've got the edge on the glass.
Thomas, no good. The Grizzlies trail by 3.
Well, there's got to be something about Washington producing these 5'9" guards. I mean, whether you're talking Nate Robinson or Isaiah Thomas, they both can fill it up in a hurry. And, you know, they both play the game with the confidence and swagger of a power forward.
From deep, Green. And it's Randolph with the rebound. Randolph's got his 3rd rebound on the night. Here's the 3. It's hauled in by the Suns.
Well, Isaiah Thomas, not the dunker that Nate Robinson is, but he's a really good finisher around the rim despite his small stature. Able to make mid-air adjustments and has that great touch using creative angles to evade shot blockers.
Moving it up. Finished off the break. Thomas got 8 points. And a breakdown here, guys. The hustle stats for the Suns.
Boy, their frenetic defense has really been impressive, putting a lot of pressure on ball handlers and turning them over.
Something else they've done right so far from the get-go tonight is run. I mean, so much of their offense has come off the fast break.
Allen, right side. Courtney Lee is on the wing, guarded by Green. Second shot opportunity, and it's blocked by Ferguson. Thomas against Prince. Thomas dishes to Morris. And that's out of bounds. Phoenix will retain possession. And Isaiah Thomas, a natural scorer, but also a willing passer. He's trying to find that balance, Clark, between the two.
Kevin, there is always a place for anybody that can put the ball in the bucket with regularity. He can improve as a passer, sure, but his game is scoring the ball, and off of his scoring ability, he's able to set up other people.
Their offense already flowing. Some stellar shooting while jumping out to this lead.
Well, high-quality shots, and they've been on target with them.
It's Prince on the wing. Gasol setting the pick for Prince. Inside to Gasol. Now here's Adams. He picked up 12 points in their last win against Oklahoma City.
I've really appreciated their activity in the post today. I mean, their movement down low has been great.
Yep, ball movement, player movement. They're generating a lot of easy opportunities for themselves down there.
And that basket is in there from Ferguson.
Nice pass. That one was right on target.
The Grizzlies trail by 6. 2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Calathes passes to Gasol. Good, great play by Calathes to set it up. Phoenix has gotten just 2 of 6 to fall from three-point range so far in the first. Tolliver kicks to Green. And the pass to Ferguson. And Gasol sends it back. Now Adams. He got it up in time, but it wouldn't fall for him. And now the second quarter just getting set to start. Fresh is checked in for Alex Len. Morris comes in for Morris. P.J. Tucker, he's checked in for Green. And it's Eric Bledsoe in for Thomas. So Memphis going with almost an entire new group. Zach Randolph's checked in for Gasol. Allen comes in for Adams. Courtney Lee, he's checked in for Nick Calathes. And Mike Conley subbed in for Udrih. Taking a look at the Grizzlies. Conley and Lee, they're the backcourt. Zach Randolph is out there with Tayshaun Prince. And it's Allen in at the 3 spot. Rockets the pass to Ferguson. Bledsoe against Prince. Here's Ferguson. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. This is his first trip to the line tonight. The first one falls. And Memphis making a change here. Gasol's checked in. Both free throws good from Ferguson. The Grizzlies trail by 4. Doubled by Ferguson. Lee dishes to Randolph. That's good. Randolph's got 14. Here's Dragic. He's coming off a 22-point game against Golden State. Passes to Ferguson. Right wing. And Tucker kicks to Dragic. Dishes to Tucker. 6 to shoot. That's it, coming off an assist from Dragic. 12 points for him.
You know, it seems like when they've gone to him, he's really come through. And that's not something they should get away from.
Clark, some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, they need a basket just to regain some momentum here, Kevin.
Clark, some serious agility coming out of the backcourt.
You know, that bucket might count for a little more than 2 points when he finishes with that kind of flourish.
Yeah, against a D that was already reeling a little bit. That was like a body blow.
And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, Doris Burke. Doris, over to you.
Well, gentlemen, Courtney Lee, acquired by the Grizzlies last season in a trade with the Celtics. And as teammate Mike Conley has put it, Courtney was a huge, huge piece. People overlook him, but it's key that he's able to stretch the court for us. It gives Zach and Mark more space, and he can definitely lock up defensively. Kevin?
He's been a great fit as a two-way player on the perimeter, too, Doris. Thanks.
You know, there's no better sign of how efficiently a team is operating than their assist numbers. And theirs are fantastic.
It's just beautiful basketball to watch, Clark.
Allen passes to Conley. Doubled by Ferguson. Randolph kicks to Gasol. Some nice passing there by Memphis. Conley into the lane, and it's blocked by Ferguson.
He's killing them with his poor shooting. The defense is more than willing to give him those shots now.
Lee with the steal. Outside Conley. The feed to Randolph. Tries from 16, and a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
Zach Randolph is a terrific rebounder and scorer. In his prime, you could just mark up 20 points and 12 rebounds a night, every night. He's a little bit on the downside now, but still a player you've got a game plan for.
Anthony Tolliver. He's checked in for Markieff Morris. Dragic gets the bucket.
Boy, after struggling in the first quarter, he's come alive here in the second.
The Grizzlies trail by 7. Conley dishes to Gasol, and that one's good. Gasol's got 8 points.
They have repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid dividends.
Yeah, it sure has, Clark. I mean, with as many points as they've gotten in the paint, they really haven't had to do much on the perimeter.
Here's Dragic, and it's Phoenix scoring again.
And he's shaking off a poor first quarter shooting effort. He's really starting to turn it on now, guys.
Into Marc Gasol. It's hauled in by Tolliver. Suns leading by 7. Rockets the pass to Ferguson to the left wing. 1:43 left to play here in the second quarter. And now a look at the 2K leaderboard to see which point guards have been playing the best perimeter defense during the last month. Michael Conley is third.
And not only are these players tremendous at picking ball handlers' pockets, but as terrific point guards, they know how to clog passing lanes and come up with a lot of steals that way as well.
Absolutely. Their steals come from all over the court and in all sorts of situations. Transition, half-court sets, out-of-bounds plays, in the lane. They are the NBA's most complete defenders at the one-guard spot.
1:31 left in the second quarter. Dragic kicks to Tolliver. Back to Dragic. Right side, Dragic. Here is Tolliver. Averaging 9 points per contest. That's going to be over and back. Not watching for the line that time. 1:12 left in the second quarter. Conley with it. Now guarded by Dragic. Offside Gasol. Back to Conley. Pass to Gasol. All alone. And that one falls coming off Conley's feet. And now it's just a 4-point Phoenix lead. Phoenix has gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. Bledsoe passes to Ferguson. To the wing right side. Here is Tolliver. He's covered by Randolph. Tolliver dishes to Bledsoe. 4 on the shot clock. Off target from outside. Here's Ferguson. Tries again. Gasol with the defensive effort.
You know, his finishing ability leaves a lot to be desired, guys. He needs to take it to the basket stronger.
And blocked. Tries to save it. And it's out of bounds. The Grizzlies able to retain possession here.
13 seconds on the shot. 13.
We've got 13 seconds left to play here in the half. Lee with the ball. Now guarded by Bledsoe. Shot clock at 6. Puts it up from 12. That one a little long.
Even that close to the hoop, when you see that kind of defense, I think you got to move the ball back out to the
second quarter ends in a tight one. Suns.
Okay, guys, we got a few minutes here. Let's go over a few things before we get going again.
The third quarter now beginning. Both sides Phoenix making some changes. Morris is checked in for Morris. Gerald Green comes in for P.J. Tucker. And it's Isaiah Thomas in for Eric Bledsoe. The Grizzlies also changing it up. Adams, he's checked in for Gasol. Nick Galathis comes in for Allen. And it's Udrich in for Mike Conley. We've got Green. Isaiah Thomas out there with Dragic. Then it's Alex Len. And it's Morris in at the fourth for Phoenix. Fresh is checked in for Phoenix. The Grizzlies also making a change. Gasol's checked in. Outside, Green. Pass to Ferguson. In the corner, it's Morris. From deep, Green. And he gets it to go. Green's got himself on the board with 3 there.
They are killing them with that three-point shot here in the second half.
Well, the defense fully stretched out trying to stop that shot and still not able to get it done.
And a closer look here at the hustle stats for the Suns.
Boy, defensively, they've played with a high energy level, guys, and all the steals we've seen, really a result of that aggressiveness.
You know, adding to that, Steve, you look at their block totals tonight, and you see how feisty they've been on the defensive end this game.
And Adams kicks to Gasol. Back to Adams. Memphis moving it around. Gasol passes to Adams. A second chance effort, and so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2.
Yeah, he got whacked. Shouldn't be much debate on that one.
Yeah, that was as straightforward as it gets, guys.
For Memphis, they have 2 shots. Here's Lee. off on that one. And a moment now to take a look at our State Farm assist of the game. With 6 in the game, it's been some excellent work.
He's been key to their ability to find the open man and really get the offense operating smoothly.
So on the 4 for Memphis. Udrich out there with Allen. Then there's Quincy Pondexter. Then it's John Lure. And it's Stokes in at the 5. Lays it up and banks it in. Stokes has got the first basket as we get going in the 4th for Memphis. Suns leading by 23. Bledsoe with it.
You know, an interesting study came out recently that argued that steals are really undervalued, not just because they create high-percentage scoring opportunities at the other end, but also there just aren't that many players who really excel in that area.
Allen with the rebound. Allen's got 4 rebounds in this game. And it's the Grizzlies with the ball. They'll be off next to Utah for a meeting with the Jazz. And that game will be game 2 of 3 straight on the road.
You know, that Utah game has a lot of attention on it.
Kicks it to Pondexter. This one for 3. That's good. And it's Udrich with the assist that time. Udrich has got 3 assists tonight. When you talk about steals, one of the harder stats to replace. Some players just have the knack.
Yeah, you know, when you replace a guy who can take the ball away from opponents, a great stealer, I mean, it's hard to replace that in your lineup. Steals require a special knack, quickness, anticipation. You know, guys that do a good job of ball hawking can really get into an opposing player's head, too.
Out to the right wing. Again, Memphis.
Boy, he really used his height there.
He sure did, Steve. I mean, a nice touch on that shot.
Suns leading by 20. Bledsoe passes to Ferguson. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
Well, don't get too used to that, fellas. I mean, that kind of dunk is not usually part of what he does.
Well, unless the D plays as soft on him as they did right there.
Yeah, exactly. With defense like that, anything is possible. Textbook right there. Nice pass, great catch, beautiful finish.
For Phoenix, they've gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the 4th quarter started. Bledsoe passes to Ferguson. And it's Phoenix scoring again.
He's flipped the script here in this half, shooting a much higher percentage from the field.
The Grizzlies have gone an outstanding 4 of 5 from the field in the 4th quarter so far. Just over 2.5 minutes played now here in the final quarter of regulation. All sorts of time, and it's Memphis with another.
Boy, they are passing the ball very crisply right now.
They sure are. That's 3 straight buckets that have come off of assists.
Now here's Bledsoe. He's guarded by Udrich. To the right side. Bledsoe outside. 5 on the clock. That is good. Bledsoe's got 19 points.
Brought back the finger roll. That's a nice finesse move to pull off with the defense all over.
And that's out of bounds. Memphis will retain possession. So for the...
That's it?
And you know this, man.
Green. So Memphis. Fresh is checked in for Markieff Morris. Tolliver comes in for P.J. Tucker. Green, he's checked in for Eric Bledsoe. And it's Ennis in for Goran Dragic. Beno Udrich, he's checked in for Memphis. Shot and game clock separated by 5. Ennis passes to Ferguson. Drilled from 11 feet out.
And a terrific run to really put this ball game away.
And now let's see how many more points they can throw up there before the horn sounds.
It's stolen by Green. And so it's Phoenix easily grabbing this one. How much to be critical of with this win, Clark?
Not at all. I mean,
Yes, guys, I'm here with Goran Dragic.
Hey, I know you saw me locking up out there, right?
No, I saw you doing what you paid to do. Play good defense whenever you're on the court.
Aw, come on, man. Let me have this one. I did all the little things you always talking about. Hustle, effort, relentless.
Yeah, you right. Keep it up, and the wins will follow.
That's right. It just feels good to get that W.
Always do.
Come on. Who died? You look a little nervous.
Well, I heard it's never a good thing to be called into the GM's office, especially the day your 10-day contract is up. So if you're gonna release me, I would just appreciate it if you did it quickly.
I'm gonna be brutally honest, kid. You haven't done enough to secure a regular roster spot.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Hey, wait. You have done enough to secure another 10-day contract, though.
Excuse me?
Yeah, I'm gonna give you another shot to prove you belong in this league permanently, huh?
Hey, you won't regret it either. I'm gonna make it awfully hard for you to let me go.
I hope so. Look, at contracts on my secretary's desk. You go sign that on your way out. Get out of here.
All right, thank you.
All right. Where's my lunch?